Hey everybody, Dean Kulawera, IT recruiter at SRA Staffing, doing a midweek job search video. Hope everybody's having a great week so far. And as usual, for those of you in job search mode, hope you're having a great week and you're applying for roles, you're getting responses, you're getting phone calls, you're getting interviews, and hopefully my advice is helping you along the way as well. So what I wanted to actually talk about today is, so I had an interesting phone call today that kind of made me think about the importance of being able to sell yourself at an interview and ultimately getting a job. So I had a phone call with my stepbrother, and we were talking about, we were just catching up and everything. He's out in Chicago, and he was telling me that he's been watching my job search videos and he finds them helpful and insightful and all of that. And then at one point he's like, you know what, D, can you tell me something? I sometimes come across like people at the workplace or at the, sometimes I'm interviewing people myself at the later stages of the interview, and I just come across these people and I'm like, how on earth did you make it this far in the process, or how on earth did you get this job? Because they clearly don't know what they're doing or what they're supposed to do, and it just comes across like they can't even do the job. And that made me think about, that's a great question. Like, how did those people get it? Make it through the interview process so far, despite being unable to do the job. So that made me think about, the importance of, and I don't know specifically about these people, but I'm assuming, and I can pretty much guarantee that these people will probably, even though they can't deliver obviously on what they're supposed to do, I guarantee that they're most probably very good at selling themselves. And that made me think about the importance of how important it is to sell yourself at the interview. Now, it could also be because maybe they have some connections in the company, maybe they're related to someone, some person higher up or stuff like that. But I'm sure a lot of those same people are good at selling themselves at the interview. Now, I'm not saying that, sell yourself well at the interview, get the job, and then don't deliver. No. Definitely, you have to deliver on the promises and the things that you said during the interview stage of the process. And obviously, if you don't deliver, and if you don't deliver for long enough, you're probably, you're not going to end up with the job anyway. You're not going to end up keeping the job anyway. So, but it did make me think about the importance of being able to sell yourself. So imagine if you're able to sell yourself and you have the technical ability, the technical skill set to deliver on what you're selling or what you're claiming that you can do, and the results you can get for the employer, the problem that you can solve. So if you're able to both sell yourself and deliver on that, I mean, you're going to be like unbeatable, right? Like, you're going to be extremely high in demand, and it's a great combination to have, right? That ability to sell yourself and the technical ability. And on the flip side, it also made me think that just because you have technical ability and just because you have the technical know-how for the job doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be enough for you to get the job, because you have to be able to sell the employer or the person sitting across from you on your skill set, in essence, right? Like, what you can do, what you've done in the past, what tools you've used, what technologies you've used, what experience you bring to the table, what type of projects you've done in the past, and why the company should hire you and take you on board. So it's not enough. I mean, if skill set and technology was all it took, like all the only thing the interview would probably entail is maybe your resume, like showing your resume, like, yeah, here, this is what I did, and here are my references, or here, call these people and they'll confirm what I did in the past, and that's it. That would be the interview. But that's not the case. You have to be able to, no matter how many projects or how talented you are, and all the accomplishments you've had and you've done, which is awesome, of course, but you have to be able to sell the company or the employer or the interviewer on what all of that means for the problem they're trying to solve, right? And that's really what selling is. Selling is identifying a problem or a need, and then showing how you can resolve the problem or supply the need and help the other person out, right? In exchange for, the salary, the rate, or whatever the case. So that's my thought. That's my thought for today. Like, it was a pretty interesting conversation. I'm glad that I had that discussion, but it's very interesting and just some food for thought for all of you to think about, right? So remember, just because you have the technical skill, technical ability, just because you have a degree or a master's, like, that's not going to be enough. You have to sell You got to be able to sell yourself. You got to remember, I always say, don't treat the interview like an interview. Treat it like a sales presentation. So that's the attitude. That's the mindset that I want you to go in with, and that's what I want you to understand about the interview process. So remember, no matter how good and how strong your technical skill set, unless now look, there obviously every case has an exception. Now maybe you're someone who's so well known in the industry, and you're just like freaking, I don't know, like Superman, Superwoman, or whatever the case in your industry, and you don't even need to even interview. Like you have such an inflow of communication from employers that want to reach out to you and hire you. Like they don't even want to interview you. They just want to say hi, here's the offer letter, that's it, and then, just get you on board right away. That's the exception. That's the exception to the rule. But for the majority of cases, that's not gonna be the case, right? You have to, until you reach that level in your career, like you have to be able to sell yourself on your skill set, on the tools, on all of that stuff, and show how you can solve the problem that the company's trying to solve. So that's my job search thought for today. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week. It's a midweek, so keep it going, keep the hustle going, keep moving forward. Any particular topics you want me to cover, don't hesitate in letting me know. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. And again, have a great week, and I'll see you all soon. Have a good night, or have a good day.